Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Raw Take. I'm your host, Rob Reed. This is your review for the August 23rd, 2021 edition of Monday Night Raw. This was actually a much better show than I expected. Uh, I mean, I wouldn't say it was great, but going grading on a curve, I thought this was actually a pretty good show of Raw from what we've usually seen lately. It started out, Bobby Lashley came out talking about his match with Goldberg from SummerSlam. Uh, said the MVP said that Lashley's the only person. Not too many people have beaten, like pinned Goldberg, but Lashley is the only person who's ever like completely finished him, where he couldn't continue. Uh, he called Goldberg a coward because he quit the match. This brought out Damian Priest, which I was very happy to see that they had Damian Priest be the one to come out and confront uh, Lashley. Uh, he He says, "Okay, I challenge you, and if you don't answer my challenge, you're the coward." Uh, or initially, uh, they say no, but Lashley goes to attack Priest. Priest fights back, knocks him out of the ring, and then they accept the match, and that's right here. Pretty decent match. I wish it didn't end pretty quickly. It ended in a Sheamus ran in, caused a DQ, which did I wasn't too happy about, and it looked it looked like we were going into the same direction that we have been, but we saw some pretty good here. So Sheamus attacked, and then Drew McIntyre came out to even the odds. So, as per usual, we have a tag team match. Play it. Uh, a pretty good, actually a pretty good tag team match. But eventually, Lashley just says, "I'm out," and uh, walks off on Sheamus. Sheamus eats a Claymore kick, 1, 2, 3, and after the match, he's really pissed about it. He walks up to uh, Lashley in the back, and they look like they're going to get into a fight. Gets broken up, and next week we're gonna have Sheamus versus uh, Lashley. It's not a non-title match, but I'm perfectly fine with that. Something new. We've got some new storylines here brewing. Holy shit! Uh, After that, uh, oh god, we're already here. They go to the back, and okay, first, okay, I did skip something. Right after this, we have an interview with Dewdrop, uh, and she talks about walking off on Eva Marie. Eva Marie blindsides her uh, and attacks her. That match is also set up for next week. Uh, Now we get to probably what everybody else on wrestling internet is talking about. Karrion Kross. They go to the back, and Karrion Kross is wearing the dumbest getup I've ever seen in my life. he looks like they raided they it looks like they went to the WWE storage facility and found the old demolition entrance gear and uh, Farouk's old Centurion helmet and sewn it together and put it on Karrion Kross. It looks absolutely ridiculous. It's the dumbest thing in the world. Now, that being said, he had a squash match and he beat Ricochet. But this is absolutely the dumbest gimmick you could possibly put on Karrion Kross. The second they took that NXT title off of him, he is an absolute joke. I'm sure. Let me guess. Let's play. Just let it play out, right? Surely something good will come out of it. Whew, boy. We also get a couple. There's a couple Elias segments. They play the same one from last week, and they do end up playing one this week, talking about saying that Elias is dead. Elias, the musician, is dead. Elias, the superstar. Long live the Elias, the superstar. So take what you will. We do get an earlier in the day thing of with Reggie, talking about how he grew up, and he's buying ice cream. He's at an ice cream stand and he's buying ice cream. R-Truth and Akira Tozawa try to attack him, but he hands each of them an ice cream and then runs away. And he does his flips and gets away. Then we have Moist TV. Just saying, this is a... Now, I get earlier the Bobby Lashley thing that turned into the tag. Ended up being like a 40-minute segment. But this was 30 minutes of The Miz and Morrison. Started out just John Morrison. And he brought out Logan Paul. And I swear they thought he was going to get a babyface reaction. Judging by his reaction to the crowd, he looked very flustered. It's like they did not expect him to get booed, even though he got booed the last time. They bring out the Miz, and Miz says, "Why didn't you bring me out?" And he talks to Logan Paul, and the Miz, being the bad guy, being the heel, asks Logan Paul what round is his brother going to lose in his boxing match this weekend. And it gets a huge pop from the crowd. Like, did WWE really think that people were going to boo that? People don't like Logan Paul. He's a shit face. He's a horrible human being. I don't care what anybody else says. He has not made up for the stuff he's pulled in the past. No, he has not. A 2-minute lame-ass apology is a lame-ass apology that wasn't even really an apology is not good enough to keep for him filming a some person who committed suicide. That it's just that I'm not going to be fine with that guy on my television screen. Um, but all in all, Logan Paul was not terrible at the mic. He is a charismatic guy. Um, but the Miz, just he's gonna have Xavier Woods comes out. Miz is going to have a match with um, Xavier Woods. Uh, Morrison is using his squirt gun thing. He, uh, the Miz slips on the water, and this gives enough distraction for Xavier Woods to win the match. After the match, Miz beats the shit out of John Morrison, like like completely destroys John Morrison. And the camera cuts. Oh my god, the camera cuts on this beatdown were so terrible. Like they couldn't just let the thing breathe and just show someone getting beat up. They had to change the camera angle every split second. It drives me nuts. So So John Morrison looks like he's officially turned babyface. Um, next we get next we have Jinder Mahal. He takes on Mansoor. An okay match. I'm glad to see them working something else besides the stupid Drew McIntyre sword bullshit. And I think it's fine to have. And I'm glad that they're keeping Mansoor and Ali away from Mason T-Bar. That made me happy too. Uh, this was actually pretty quick. It was ended up being a DQ. Mahal was like doing a foot choke in the corner, and he didn't let go before the 5 count, so he's disqualified. Uh, they they Mahal, Shanky, and Veer put the beat down on Mansoor. Ali the whole time has his back turned because Mansoor told him he wanted to do it all. He wanted to do it his way and do it on his own. So the whole time he's getting beat up, Ali's turned his has his back turned towards it. As soon as they're done, he turns around, goes in the ring, and he's like, "Are you've told me you wanted to do it your way. This is what it led to you. Now let's do things my way." This is still one of the most intriguing storylines to me on Raw. Is the Ali Mansoor thing. Uh, I Ali has been really really good in that. Next, we have a long uh, promo by Charlotte Flair. I thought someone was going to come out and challenge her. No, nobody came out. Nobody. I thought it was leading to like someone getting the call up and challenging her, but nothing. It was it was very boring. It was very very boring. Um, I mean, her promo was pretty good, but it's like it didn't lead to anything. So I wasn't fond of it. Next we had uh, Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler are still tag teaming. They take on Rhea Ripley and Nikki ASH. It was actually a pretty good match for what it was. The finish, Rhea Ripley hits Shayna Baszler with the Riptide. Of course, Shayna Baszler has to take the pin because Nia Jax can't lose. I don't know what the point of. I thought they split that tag team up like 3 weeks ago. When Shayna walked off on her, I thought that was the end of that. But no, we still gotta go another month or so before they finally split up and they have their match at whatever pay-per-view. In the back, they show John Morrison is in the back. Morrison said, "That's it. There's Morrison says there's no more Miz and Morrison, no more Miz TV, no more dirt sheet, no more stupid music videos." Said he's going to end it next week. He's going to get that quote double-crossing son of a bitch in the ring. I am okay with this. I've been wanting to see a John Morrison singles run. He's been doing some really good stuff in the ring lately. I do think it's time to pull the trigger on a big singles push for it. He better win the feud. He has to win the feud. We get to the main event segment. It's supposed to be a celebration for the new tag team champions, RK Bro. Riddle comes out. He introduces Randy Orton. Randy Orton comes out. He has this big celebration of this huge pyro, like a long, drawn-out pyro. He gives Randy Orton a scooter with like tassels and stuff on it. You can tell that Randy Orton is getting a kick out of this. He's actually having fun with it. AJ Styles and Omos interrupt. AJ Styles challenges Riddle to a match. That's your main event. Fun match. Nothing too big. But Orton is able to distract Omos long enough for Riddle to pick up the win. I was perfectly fine with that. This was a harmless show of Raw, which is more than you can usually say about the show. So it was all right. Middle of the road, but I'll take middle of the road over like unbelievably stupid. So that's your review for the show tonight. For the show last night. If you like this video, drop a like. Subscribe to the channel for more videos. Comment down below. Follow me on Twitter at Mr. Rob Reed, and I will see you in the next video.